Good morning and welcome to the weekend. Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series, and gonna get after it today. Been a week since I've been able to get out, which again, this is why we call it the Weekend Warrior series. But I was able to get out here this morning. Can't stay for the whole day. We got a function this evening, family stuff, so I'm gonna hunt until probably a little bit before lunchtime and then head on home, and hopefully I'll be able to get something on the ground well before that, so I can get that home dealt with and before we gotta go do the family thing. But I'm back in here in this one area that I really like. I've been in here a couple times already this season. And if you guys have been following along, the last time I was in here was that time I had the big buck that I walked up on walking in early in the morning, and then had that deer blow behind me. So I did some scouting and found all those scrapes. So I'm actually going to try and sit one of those scrape areas here this morning, up on the hill. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can get some success out here. It's been rough. Last week I had that doe, or those does that came in, and had one of them that came in shooting range and got close to being able to get a shot, but the setup wasn't ideal and came in behind me, and the setup was good. It's just the way they came in was not ideal and kind of threw me off guard. Was not what I planned on, and just couldn't get in position to get a good shot. So, but that's how it goes. But yeah, poured rain all day yesterday, poured rain last night. We finally got a break in the weather, and it is wet and drippy out there. So hopefully I can get in nice and quiet with the wet leaves, and then hopefully it doesn't start raining again, and then hopefully it's not dripping too much off the leaves to make it kind of a miserable morning. That would not be ideal. So, at any rate, I'm going to get my stuff together here and start heading in. I've got just at 2 hours until legal shooting light. So I want to get in there and get set up, and hopefully we can get a nice little spot and have some deer come in early this morning. So, see you in there. Well, it's been a morning already. I just had a small buck come in. Came in behind me, as seems to be the normal for me right now. Everywhere I set up, they come in behind me. But I'm wondering, so I don't know if you can see it or not because there's a branch in the way. But he was right there, like 30 yards, and I thought about shooting him. First deer of the year. Get some meat in the freezer, but he wasn't a real mature buck. So, but and I didn't have the best setup on him here. I had this tree branch right here that in the dark I didn't realize was kind of in the way, and he wouldn't turn. Like, he was facing right at me, and I just didn't have at one point I had a 1/4 shot, but I just didn't want to take that shot. I was thinking about shooting him. If he had turned broadside, I probably would have shot him, but and just as I thought he was going to turn, he started heading down. I thought he was going to come across here in front of me. So I wish I got it on the audio at least, but it was like 30 minutes before shooting light and pitch black out. I heard walking, and a deer walk right underneath me here, about 10 yards, right just on the side of the tree here. And then a little while, like 10 minutes later, I heard a deer blow in front of me. I'm like, what the heck? I was like, did that deer wind me? I mean, the wind's shouldn't be in that direction. So I was like, oh man, this was at that point. It's like 20 minutes before shooting light, and I'm thinking like, crap, I just got busted. But then it kept blowing, and it sounded like the deer was moving around, like not like blowing and running away. It was blowing and kind of going in circles. So, and then I heard a grunt, and I was like, oh, okay. And then next thing I know, I hear deer running back towards me, and I hear that there was a doe. Obviously, it was a doe blowing, and a deer grunt, a buck grunting, and they literally that 10 yards, beside me here, where that deer had walked. They came back through there, and that buck was chasing her. I could just barely catch the movement, just enough like that catch movement, but it was still like 20 minutes before shooting light, so I couldn't really see. I should have turned the camera on just to get the audio because it was pretty cool. But that was it's been a fun morning. And then now I don't even know what time it is. 8 o'clock. And I had that buck come in. And he came from the direction that those deer went this morning, so who knows. But it's been a fun morning already this morning. The deer are up and moving. The bucks are chasing. So maybe he'll come back. Maybe his big brother will come back. Or that doe will come back. Yeah, I would have liked to have a little better setup on that buck. I mean, this is fine. It was good. It was real good. And he just didn't give me the shot. Yeah, let's hope they come back. It's like 10:30. Just had that spike cruise through. I never even heard him coming. It was actually I was grabbing me a Cliff Bar when I caught the movement out of the corner of my eye. I see this little guy coming through like 20 yards away. And he just cruised right on by. I was able to get him on camera at least. That branch that was in my way when that other buck came in is no longer in my way. I moved it. So gives me a better shooting lane anyways. So something comes back over here in that spot where that other buck was earlier this morning. Got a better opportunity on it. It's been exciting out here today. Hopefully I can get back out here later in the week. I'm going to be gone next weekend, so I won't get out for next weekend. And we got a prime rut going on. So, but maybe I can play hooky or something a couple days this week. We'll see what I can do. But it'd be good. They're moving. They are moving. Now we just gotta get one in range that I can get a shot on. That's why it's hunting, not killing. Still fun though. This has been a great morning. I'm having a blast. Just hanging out here in my tree saddle, my tethered, and enjoying the beautiful last day of October. Man, I love this time of year. Well, give it a little bit and then head to the truck. Fun time's over. Man, this has really been a morning. That is for sure. That's now the third buck I've had come into my stand. I had the bigger buck. He was a little more mature, but smaller rack, and I was kind of hemming and hawing on whether or not I would have shot him. I didn't have a shot anyways. And there was a split second that maybe I could have got a shot, but it would have been probably a rush shot if I had taken the shot. And then I had that spike come through, I wouldn't have shot him. And then this guy just came in. I mean, I saw him. That's now come from me. It's the second one that's come from behind me. And I saw him. He was literally running into my stand and stopped right here at this other tree behind me, 10 yards away. And he knew I was up here, but he couldn't get a look at what I was. He didn't smell me, which is good because the wind's coming across me here. But yeah, I drew on him. I drew twice. First time I didn't have a shot. He had branches in the way, and then the second time I just got a better look at him. And he's a legal buck, and that would be meat in the freezer, but it wouldn't have been much. He looked like he was probably a year and a half old. And small. He was like, I don't even know if he would have been a legal forky. He was a spike at least, but he had tiny little forks at the top there. But he was a legal buck. But I could see his ribs when he was standing broadside, and he just young, and so I decided, no, don't rush it, just because I just want to get a deer down because I want to put some meat in the freezer. But I was like, no, I'm not going to rush for this. Wait for the right thing. If it was a doe, it would have been a different story, or that first buck I saw. But that's now like, I had the deer that walked by, which was probably the doe that got chased back past me, so I'll call that 2. The one crashed to my right, well, my left now, all before sun up, so that's 3. And then 3 bucks, so that's 6 deer, all by noon, because it's like, man, it's almost noon right now. So it has been morning. The rut is on. This is great. I'm loving this. I don't want to get down out of the stand, but I'm going to have to get down soon. Oh, man. I could sit out here all day today. This is so exciting. Seeing deer. And they're ruddy. Man, they're ruddy. Man. Oh, well, I'll give it a little bit more time. I'm pushing the envelope here. My wife's going to kill me if I don't get home soon. It's hard to get out of the stand, though, on a day like today. Well, let's see what happens. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. That was a super fun morning, though. I really wish I could spend the whole day out here. That would be great. Today would be a perfect day for that with the way the deer are moving. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, I recounted, so it's 7 total deer that I saw, or 7 total deer that today encountered. So right before, when I was packing up, grabbing my stuff out of the back of the truck this morning, there was something, spooked right behind me, right at the edge of the woods here. So there was that, and then there was the one that walked by me underneath the stand, and then I'm pretty sure that was probably a doe, and then that's what blew, and that buck chased her back underneath my stand. So there was that. So I'll count that as 3. And then whatever it was that crashed up the road a little bit from where I was, the tree I was in. So that's 4. And then those 3 bucks that came in. Yeah, it was a lot of fun today, getting out there and seeing that they're ruddy big time and cruising midday, and just so much fun. And that's kind of that's the kind of stuff I just love, getting out there and seeing that stuff and hearing that stuff. I was deer this morning before the sun came up. That was cool. That was real cool. I wish I turned the camera on just so I could get the audio of that buck chasing that doe. I didn't think of it till afterwards, but yeah, it was fun. Wish I could have got a shot on a deer, but I mean, I'll take a day like today any day. That was just a blast. But anyway, I'm gonna get home, and then hopefully I can get out later in the week. Maybe I catch a afternoon early, from work or something like that. I don't know. Get out. But thanks for following along. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. We're going to get a deer. We're going to. I promise. It's going to happen. Maybe I just have to wait until I go up to my dad's place and rifle season. And Chris has got the Veterans Day weekend coming up here in a couple weeks, so hopefully that'll be the magic weekend for him. That's the next time the rifle opens up out there. So, at any rate, thanks. Hope you're enjoying it. Reach down, hit that subscribe button. We sincerely appreciate all the support we've been getting. A lot of new subscribers, and tell everybody else that if they like this kind of content, jump on the channel and follow along, and give us a like, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Just whatever, say hi, and we'll see you guys on the next one.